Totally get it. Here's the original engine for the boat with the Viper. So Chris Craft had a lot of engine options for their boats, and this was a very popular one at the time in the 20s. It's a Kermath 150. It's an inline six, marine specific engine, makes 150 horsepower at 1800 RPM, and that would give it 437 pound-feet of torque at that RPM also. And you're really right. There is something different about driving these boats when they do have the original motor in them. It is a different feel. You definitely have a different type of respect for the boat when it's, as original as this one. We do actually have a running Kermath 150 in another boat here in the collection. I'm going to fire this thing up later for us this summer, and hopefully you'll see the lake. For being introduced in 1926, this engine actually has some features that we might even consider modern, like overhead camshaft. That's pretty neat. 4 valves per cylinder, 2 intake, 2 exhaust. Lot of aluminum they used on this thing. Kind of wild considering the casting technology wasn't that great for aluminum back in the day. Oh yeah, it holds 8 gallons of oil. Let's see. Gargoyle Mobile Oil B in the summer and Mobile Oil A in the winter. Haven't seen that at Napa recently. The crankcase covers come off too. Here we can see a piston just a little bit up off of bottom dead center. And the skirt's actually poking down out of the bottom of that cylinder liner in there. But absolutely massive internals in this thing. And the reason that there were these access points were they actually said in the literature that you'd be able to make adjustments to like your rod bearing clearances and stuff like that while the engine was still in the boat. So kind of an interesting feature that hopefully wasn't used that often. What's kind of wild to me is that thing is 648 cubic inches and supposedly only 4.8 to 1 compression ratio, which is like nothing. So with the gasoline being 72 octane or something like that back in the day, yeah, you can't get away with a whole lot of compression. Kermath did up that compression ratio later on in their production runs in the 30s and stuff like that, so they were getting up around 225, 250 horsepower out of the same engine. They'd add dual carburetor setups and stuff like that too. So why isn't this one restored? Well, I would love to restore it, and hopefully one day we'll have the opportunity to do that. But the problem is, it is very difficult to get parts. Most things have to be remade or re-engineered, and it can cost as much as the entire boat on some of these real high-end engine rebuilds. Hopefully one day though.